and you start looking at your life like, what have I done and what do I still want to do? And for me, I hadn't done the one thing that I wanted to do since I was 26 years old, and that was to make a film. And so that's what I set out to do first, and everything else happened as a result. And also maintain the relationships I have with my daughters so that one day when they're older and they're up against this, should I start this business? Should I do this thing? Should I create this thing that I really want? That they remember that their mother took a chance.
Former speed dating franchise owner, stay-at-home mom to award-winning activist filmmaker, top 100 podcaster, and international award-winning speaker, and all-around high-quality human. That's Denise Soler Cox. And I'm Barbara Brooks, pro-ager here and owner of the company Second Act Women. And today we're talking to Denise about being an award-winning keynote speaker and so much more on 10-Minute Triumphs, our new series featuring top Colorado entrepreneurs. And we want to start, Denise, today on how it is over the 22 years that I've known you. You've gone from the franchise of 8-Minute Dating ownership to being wifed up, as I like to say, to the mom of two fabulous human beings, one of them being in the room with us today, to being on stage as an internationally recognized speaker. How did all of that happen? Because there's also been a documentary film in the middle of all of that. Yeah. How'd that happen?
Good question. How this all happened, starting with the film, is that I got very clear on what I wanted to do. And I think this happens to a lot of people in your 40s, and you start looking at your life like, what have I done and what do I still want to do? And for me, I hadn't done the one thing that I wanted to do since I was 26 years old, and that was to make a film. And so that's what I set out to do first, and everything else happened as a result.
Okay, so your 40s, you said, I want to create this film. What was the film about?
The film is about what it's like to not feel like you're Latino enough. In my case, I didn't feel Puerto Rican enough with my Puerto Rican family, and I didn't feel American enough in the suburbs of New York City. And what I didn't realize is that the film was about belonging, and it was about not feeling like you measure up in the places and spaces that you really want to belong in. And so after it came out, I was kind of surprised that we got over 1 million views of the trailer on Facebook alone. And in the months after I posted it, people from different countries, different ethnicities, different socioeconomic backgrounds, every intersection of the human identity was reaching out to tell me one thing. I thought I was alone. And that's when I began to realize that what I had done was told a very specific story about my identity, but really what it was a film about not belonging. And to me, that's really important.
So you're absolutely right. And I think a lot of people can relate to that feeling of not belonging. Have you felt like you belong as you've built your own space in speaking, in documentary filmmaking, even when you started, with 8-Minute Dating, owning a company? If we're talking about belonging in the space of entrepreneurship as a whole, and then we'll head into other areas, but I'm curious about belonging in entrepreneurship.
So many of us, especially women of color, women of marginalized identities, we're already swimming upstream. We're already questioning our identities, and we're already feeling like we don't belong in the places and spaces, because guess what? And many times we don't. Many times we're the only, right?
Yeah.
And so how do you belong in entrepreneurial ventures that you wonder if you'll actually ever be successful in? It is an inside job. And I'm not saying it's easy, but it had to start with me deciding I'm going to belong enough for this moment with you right now.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to take a breather and then I'm going to belong to the next moment. And so for me, I've invented this place called The Bridge where there is no judgment and where I give myself grace and I take action from a place of trusting the purpose that I feel in my heart.
Yeah, I love that. So let's talk about how it is you made your way to stages. How it is you made to getting a major book deal with Simon and Schuster. How did that come about?
Well, it's so funny.
You have so much going on.
Well, thank you. The thing is, and you'll know this, and every woman that comes from a marginalized identity will also know this, we feel like we have to succeed in spite of these things.
Yeah.
What I did was I succeeded because of those things. And I decided to wrap myself around my identity and lead with my identity. I never shared ever what I did, or my Latinidad. I never led with it. I never brought that to the table. I never brought the gifts that come with that. But with this project, I did. And when it came to speaking, a lot of diverse people at ginormous Fortune 500 companies, Fortune 100 companies, were seeing me be successful. They were seeing me find success, wrapping myself in my Latinidad. And they were the ones that were tapping the shoulders of the event organizer saying, you need to hire her so she can speak at this company. They're the ones that really propped me up and gave me the speaking career that I have today. I'm so grateful for them. People are hungry. Diverse audiences are hungry to see women of color sitting in the interview seats, right? We're hungry and we're tired of not seeing the diversity that's out in the world in places and spaces just like the one that you created for me today and for the other women that are part of this series. And so the same thing in publishing. They're limited voices. We want to have the people that are reading books want diverse storytellers. And so it's for that reason that Simon and Schuster decided to give me this book deal. And here's the last thing I'll say. Look at us being here in our full big selves. Believe it's possible for you because you're seeing both of us here today.
Woo, I love that. Okay, so speaking of that, high quality human. This is a new movement mission. What is it? Can't wait for my t-shirt, literally. She forgot my t-shirt today. Shame on her. What is this? Because I can't wait to wear the shirt and brag that I am a high quality human.
You are such a high quality human. So high quality human came about because what I do is my purpose, is my mission. I'll do it for the rest of my life. And so for me, the people that hire me, the people that ask me to come on their shows, just like right now, right? To me, that's a person that cares deeply about moving this conversation forward. They're champions of belonging. Because another one of the values is bringing love to our conversations, bringing gratefulness, making sure that you're the same in the dark as you are in the light, bringing your whole self to your life.
Girl, you're giving me chills. Stop it. And
It's
don't you
really
make
exciting.
these lashes come off from a tear. Because I spent a little time putting these on this morning. Okay. We want to know, as we come to a close, we want to know what your triumph is. What's that one triumph? Besides your beautiful kids.
Yeah, well, I would definitely
And Kevin.
say, yeah, my family is my greatest triumph, and being able to have, I don't know how long I get to be invited to different places. I don't know, and that's going to get me emotional, right? But to me, like I said, it's a personal mission, and I feel like I'm out here embodying this thing so that other people know they're not alone, right? And so that means that I have to be on a lot of planes and a lot of spaces that aren't my own home. And so a huge priority is obviously maintaining my marriage to be the very best that it can be, and also maintain the relationships I have with my daughters so that one day when they're older and they're up against this, should I start this business? Should I do this thing? Should I create this thing that I really want? That they remember that their mother took a chance and believed in herself enough to get these things, to push them down the road. And so that is my greatest triumph.
You are a high quality human.
Oh, so are you.
I want to thank you for that. And I want to thank you. Where can they find you, by the way? If someone is listening, watching.
Yeah, so if somebody wants to see my film, they can just go to my website, DeniseSolerCox.com. They can just kind of scroll around. And then if you're interested in High Quality Human, there's going to be a tab on my website, and you can just add your email, and I'll be sending information about that as well. Also on LinkedIn and Instagram as well, I'll be rolling all of this out.
Love it.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time, because I know you are on planes every week. I know, because she's not only a friend, but a mentor. It's 10-Minute Triumphs, brought to you by Energize Colorado, your nonprofit partner for very low interest loans to scale your business anywhere in Colorado. And this has been hosted by me, Barbara Brooks, with Second Act Women. It's been my honor to welcome all of our guests. You can catch us every week right here all throughout the month of October as we celebrate women in small business. Thank you for watching.